Okay, so I know that my posts are all over the place. It's because I have a global community of women sending me posts. So this is coming out of Equatorial Guinea. Now, this man, Baltazar Ibang Igonga, is a man who was sleeping with a bunch of people's wives. A bunch of people. It says so. Baltazar Ibang Igonga is a 54-year-old economist who's serving as the DG of the National Finance Investigation Agency, which is equivalent to their own EFCC. I don't know all of these letters. Recently, he was accused of corruption, so his houses were searched impromptu, both his family home and his work home. While authorities were searching, they stumbled on a pile of CDs. Out of curiosity, they played the first one, and behold, it was the most recent, and it was their president's sister having doggy relations with Baltazar in his office. So they confiscated the entire CD collection. I'm highlighting that they confiscated it. I'm totally sure just for research and investigative purposes. Upon investigations, they found out Baltazar is a notorious nympho who preys on married women. He has had relations with the president's sister, the AGF's wives, his brother's wife, and now they found out two kids from four belong to him. Oh my God. His cousins, the IGP's wife, I don't know who IGP is, about 20 of their ministers' wives, his uncle's pregnant wife, and many more people, around 400. So this is the man. This is the man that is getting around like this. I put his name in the Google and I came up with this article. Equatorial Guinea official arrested over 400 X tapes with VIP's wives and sisters. The Director General, National Finance Investigation Agency in Equatorial Guinea, Baltazar Igonga, has been arrested for allegedly recording over 400 X tapes of the wives of notable people in the country. The scandal emerged in the course of a fraud investigation against the 54-year-old economist, which resulted in the search of his house and then on impromptu notice by ANIF officials who came across several CDs that later revealed his sexcapades with different married women. The videos reportedly included encounters with high-profile individuals such as his brother's wife, his cousin, the sister of the president of Equatorial Guinea, the director general of police's wife, and about 20 of the country's ministers' wives, among others. The footage discovered in his personal office was said to have been recorded with consent and has been since leaked online, causing a media uproar. And yes, there were pictures attached to the tweet. Obviously, I am not going to share that. It is outrageous that these women are being leaked like that. And it's outrageous that this man is getting around like that. Ew. In a report by a local media platform, Ahora EG, since last October, Igonga has been involved in an actual scandal unprecedented in the history of Equatorial Guinea. The former ANIF DG, better known as Bello, has had actual relations with several women, some of them married, and filmed these intimate encounters. The report read, the most striking thing is that some scenes took place in his work office, including moments in which he is sleeping with a woman next to the national flag. Based on this actual scandal, the executive has stated that the measure is a direct response to the acts that have affected the image of the country. So the fallout from this sounds like it is going to be very vast. A lot of people are going to definitely be embarrassed. Oh, and this man is married because when they were talking about this during the news conference, I guess, his wife collapsed. So this man, who's 54 years old, has this much time and energy to be doing this, and he's a married man. This is a wild, wild story. I'm sure that it's going wild over on the Twitter. All right, let me know what you think about this one. Now I need to talk about this. This is from right here in the United States. And like Miss M says, want to know why the exceptions for grape and incest are BS? For this reason, all of those people acting like you can go get a smorgasbord with a grape or an incest exception is BS when the police don't investigate, when they have grape kits sitting on shelves in police departments, because these police, they don't give a goddamn about these women and girls. That's the reason why. Now let's talk about this tweet. She says a 13-year-old, that is a girl, was charged with the crime for reporting she was raped by her adoptive father. She says, sit with that. And then she gives us this article right here. It's headlined, Not Believed, Charged with Filing False Report. Polk teen captured her own evidence during Grape. The next tweet, a Florida teen raped by adoptive father is accused by cops of lying and prosecuted for filing false police report. So when it happened again, she gathered evidence on her own to prove that it did happen. Please know and understand that women and girls are not protected in this country. So snatching away reproductive rights is inhumane. This is the man that raped her. This person says, this is the face, let the world know. Okay, let's get into the article. It says less than an hour after being raped by her adoptive father alongside of a country road, the 13-year-old girl stood in the darkness, clutching the cell phone that held video and photographic evidence of his crime. Preparing to dial 911, the girl paused, thinking back to a year earlier when she had gone to law enforcement to report Henry Cadle's sexual abuse, only to have an investigator from Polk County Sheriff's Office accuse her of lying. Once again, his face, just so we can remember. Taylor Cadle worried. What would happen again? Still, she overcame her fears and made the call in 2017. And hours later, she saw Henry Cadle being led from their home in handcuffs, the last time she would ever see him. Taylor Cadle remained anonymous until Tuesday night when PBS NewsHour carried a 10-minute segment exploring her story in a matter critical of the Polk County Sheriff's Office. The story has since spread on social media, gaining more than 1 million views on TikTok as of Friday. It's definitely scary, but also very shocking that it's reached this much attention, Taylor Cadle said. The NewsHour segment emphasized that Taylor felt it necessary to gather evidence on her own to prove that her adoptive father had raped her. She took those brave actions knowing that about a year earlier, the Polk County Sheriff's Office not only declined to arrest Henry Cadle, but charged Taylor with filing a false report. At the suggestion of her adopted mother, Henry Cadle's wife, Taylor pled guilty. As part of her probation, she was required to write letters of apology to Henry Cadle and to the Polk County Sheriff's Deputy Melissa Turnage, the officer who interviewed her after the original complaint. This was the caption under the picture. It says, Taylor Cadle, who's now 21, says she never received an apology from anyone with the Polk County Sheriff's Office for an investigator's failure to believe her allegations of rape made against her adoptive father in 2016. She was charged with filing a false police report, though a year later she gathered evidence proving that Henry Cadle raped her. And people wonder, why don't they come forward? Why don't they report? This is why. Because police just allow these things to slip through, or they actively just are against the women and girls that do come forward. How are women and girls supposed to come forward when the police will then turn it around and say, you're a liar? And then you have pastors like Joel Webbin talking about unaliving the women or girls that have made false accusations when, like this girl, she was actually raped but made to apologize. All right, it says Rachel DeLeon, a reporter with the Center for Investigative Reporting based in San Francisco, spent about a year communicating with Taylor before the segment ran on PBS NewsHour. DeLeon featured in the 2023 Netflix documentary Victim Suspect, specializes in reporting on cases of girls and women who face charges after law enforcement authorities discounted their allegations of SA. As the Ledger reported in 2017, Henry Cadle pleaded no contest to sexual battery on a child 12 to 18 years of age. Circuit Judge Keith Spoto sentenced him to 17 years in prison, along with a lifetime probation and designation of sexual predator. DeLeon reported that Polk County Sheriff's Office declined her request to interview Sheriff Grady Judd for her report. Women in this country have no recourse. We're not protected. We can't protect ourselves. They want to outlaw birth control. They want to make sure that women and girls can't get rid of unwanted pregnancies either. What are women and girls supposed to do in this country? Please explain. Join the conversation. Let me know what you think about these two tweets and stories. Don't forget to like, comment, and share.